and welcome to the Relaunch Podcast with my lovely hosts.
Oh my god, hello guys! We're back for episode 1, the first official episode of the Relaunch Podcast. You're joined by me here. My name is Neo, also known as Hammond Overwatch today. Nice to meet you, your acquaintance. I'm the guy that hosts the monthlies here in the Nottingham scene. I know my shit. And I'm joined by these two lovely people, one of which is very Asian. Introduce yourself.
Yo, I'm Shu.
I was talking to Ash.
Oh, good day, I'm Shu. No, we can't do that.
Cut that. No, you can't do that.
The world's flipped upside down. I don't know what's going on. Hello, everybody. I'm Shu. I'm Shu. I host the weeklies in Nottingham at Underworld BBX, and I'm happy to be here with my two hamster boys. Ooh. One is dressed up in full attire, though. The other one's just lurking. All right, mate.
I'm Ash, also known as Chuds. Everyone keeps calling me Chuds, so it's going to have to... Blade name's going to have to be Chuds, because that's all I got. And I used to think that the boogeyman was the bogeyman when I was younger. Fun fact. Right, let's spin this.
No, hold on, I can't just say that. Wait. What? So the boogeyman was the bogeyman. Did he like come into the middle of the night, like, you know, Jeffrey Epstein, and then like went on top of you and just started picking out your nose?
So when you were small and you used to get runny noses when you were in your bed, that meant he was close. It's a story that stuck with me, and yeah.
Okay.
So
it's a bit like when your parents gaslight you as a kid, you know, when like they say the most like wrong things ever.
I don't think it was my parents that told me. I think it was, we lived next door to a group of people that we grew up with. We were like brothers. Basically, we were all born, like they had 3 children each, and the 2 oldest were born at the same time, 2 middles and 2 youngest were all born literally identical to each other, right? I think it was them that told us, because their parents told them, and then it stuck with me, and I was like, oh, because my imagination runs wild. Like, I got a crazy imagination. So, like, I would see things in the curtains, like, is that it? So, yeah, that's a fun little thing. Yeah, anyway, nice. Before we start the episode, let's give a quick shout out to our lovely people, JM Doodles. Woo! JM Doodles!
Yeah, baby!
Lovely, they do cases now. I'm not sure if they're up for sale yet on Etsy. For those that are listening on Spotify, you can't see that, I'm afraid. You can go to Etsy and search JM Doodles and find them to do stickers and everything. So I thought I'd give them a quick shout out because they're lovely people. And they give a lot in the monthlies and weeklies as well, don't they? They give stickers.
Quality. They turn up every single week, and they donate a good amount every single week just for the first, second, third, fourth sometimes, and to the Swiss champion as well. So big donators of the.
I gotta say, I'm not just saying this because, you know, I host them and everything, but Nottingham prizes are stacked.
They are
stacked.
They are.
So anyway, not to call out the wrong people, but those badges.
Okay, look, I just got one measly badge at the moment. I mean, I got like 5. I have 5. Okay, I just got one on me.
No, hang on. Look, I don't want to call out the wrong Filipinos, but those ones are donated by Jazz and Crystal Magic.
Yes.
So,
Jazz and Crystal Magic.
Another wonderful Filipino couple.
Yes.
Coming and donating to our excellent tournaments.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Shishini. Arigato.
See, Shu can do it, Ash. You can't.
I have some Asian in me.
Hey, look, no, we've just learned that Ash is very Asian
now,
at the start of this episode, actually. So you've informed me so well.
Right. Let's move along because this has been the first few minutes. This is. Oh, sorry,
getting off the rails.
The first thing I wanted to speak about today, apart from obviously all of the stuff, is the importance of practice. That's a topic I thought would be nice to start this episode off with because we've got nationals next month. It's the 25th of April, isn't it? Congratulations to Shu, because Shu's already in there. Woo! Shu won. He slaughtered everybody, all of the little kids left on the dance floor. Good job. Me and Neo are
destroyed them
to qualify, so we're going down early
because we're trash.
Yeah, we're trash. We are.
We're trash.
So. The importance of practice. I wanted to talk about that because I saw a video on TikTok, a small segment, and it was like, oh, actually, we'll talk about this because everyone has their own little takes on practice and what they do and what they can confirm is legit. And I have the complete opposite to them, and I always do for some strange reason. But I just wanted to ask you guys, before we started the actual topic and watched the video, what you guys do when you like to practice by yourself. Like, what is it that you do?
Well, Ash, I'm glad you asked. What I do when I get my bays together, when I get my Wizard Rod 160 Hexa, because, lots of skill taken there to use it. I grab 4 beers.
Wait, hold on.
That's it.
That's it.
No. I'll be real. I'll be real with you. So what I like to do when I practice is I have my own little stand in my. This is my gaming room because I'm privileged enough to have a gaming room. I have a little stand. You guys have seen it.
Yes.
With my stadium on, and either I practice by myself as a virgin, and I'm there ripping continuously. I got my 160 Hexa or something like playing in there, and then I'm launching shark scale at it, trying different launch angles and stuff like that. But I think we're probably going to get to this. It's completely different to practicing with other people.
Yes.
I think having that other person there, and that's why I'm so glad my partner helps me out as well. She, sometimes when I ask her, do you mind just, launching this bay against me and seeing how it performs? Those launch angles and launch power as well really, really helps, because there are accessories you can get out there that you can put together 2 launchers, right? You can get a clip that connects 2 launchers. The problem with those, I've discovered, because I've used them quite a lot, is you're basically having to pull twice as hard because it's 2 lots of gears now that you have to pull through.
Yes.
So you really don't get the launch power, and you don't get those angles that you need to practice. So
100%.
Going to weeklies, to Nottingham Shoes weeklies, definitely. So I hone in my skills at home with my partner, and then I take them with me to my weeklies to see if they actually verify and work out.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, and I think actually to question you on that point about the launchers where, we've all seen the adverts with Noozle 3D.
Wait.
And holding 2 launchers at the same time. What are you actually practicing there? It's a question as to what outcome are you really hoping to achieve? And it's not to discredit at all Noozle 3D's amazing range of products. And by the way, you should check out his products. This isn't sponsored or anything.
Are you trying to get that sponsorship already from Noozle?
Sponsor Relaunch. Give us 10%. I guarantee you will skyrocket.
What are we actually
have like
testing
a handle set.
Look, I'm not the simp for Noozle.
But it's
Mr.
not,
Noozle.
But this
Mr.
isn't.
John Noozle.
This is JM Doodles.
Oh,
yeah.
JM Juzzles, right. Well, what are you actually testing there,
Yes.
Neo, when you do have to pull twice as hard with 2 Beyblades coming out of those dual launches?
I think, so there's different levels to practicing with Beyblades, I believe. And the first step is actually seeing if the combo is somewhat viable. I think having... So if you are launching against yourself and using that double ripcord or whatever, actually seeing if your combo is not bursting constantly all the time, and if it's got enough endurance and maybe enough attack power as well, you could see, and it's nothing to verify with, but if you are noticing that your combo that you just built, that you're practicing with your practice bay, which is going to be a wizard rod, it's always a wizard's rod, isn't it? Is getting those wins consistently, then you can take it to the next step, practicing with a real person, if you know any real person, because let's face it, we're Beybladers, we don't know anyone. And then taking them to a weekly or a practice session with real people.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to rally on that point with not knowing people, and I've spoken to a few Beybladers in our community, and as well as the extended UK community, where I sometimes have to check my own privilege of being able to have a weeklies, and not only just a weeklies that is consistent, always starts on time, always ends hopefully on time, but also draws in such a dedicated and committed community of people with a relatively high skill ceiling. I know that a lot of our weekly attenders are qualified for nationals, and it's something that I do have to check, because again, I had that conversation with somebody, and this person travels the country just to get a Beyblade fix, because look, as much as we love it, Beyblade is relatively niche, and this person travels from wherever they are all across the country just to get that fix, because their friends don't do it, their partner doesn't want to do it, they want to play shiny cardboard instead. So and even though that's niche, it's less niche than spinning tops. So having a weekly place to go and practice against actual people really does go a long way.
I think just to follow from that, I feel, as in with our community as well, going from that privileged standpoint of starting to sound like a businessman now, we have a very we have a very helpful community.
Yes.
We will talk about our combos with each other and help each other out with our combos continuously. I feel like sometimes when you see somebody with a shit-ass combo, you're going to kind of call it out, but we don't do it in a vicious or a mean way. But we'll say, these are some things that you can do to improve. Here's a thing I noticed about your launch style. And we won't do it like, just as they've lost their match or anything. But, while we're practicing with them, hey, have you tried tilting your angle of your launch? So I think in regards to practicing, coming down to those weeklies and getting those tips from people who have played for a bit longer than you goes so far, honestly.
There was
it does go so far. We have 2 hours dedicated in those weekly events for it. So 5 till 7 that's where we get to test, and that's where we get to practice and advise and take advice. And then 7 through till sometimes 11 is where we pull out all the stops.
Where we step up.
We get sweaty.
There was a good case of that on Saturday, actually. So there's the guy that won that won the previous month. I've forgotten his name. Goblin. What was his?
Oh yes, Goblin.
Noisy Goblin.
Noisy Goblin. So him and his partner,
what a legend.
obviously come to the one just got the last month's one, and his partner was running a shinobi, or not a shinobi, a samurai blade. And she said that obviously it's not performing up to the standard that she wanted it to. So I literally pointed her over to Ruby and was like, "This is your person." She literally kills it with this, and she slaughtered me in the last weekly with the exact build that you're thinking about. I said, if you speak to her about it, she can then guide you and stuff. And then that's what they did. And I was like, perfect. There we go.
Okay, sorry, before we go too off tangent as well, what the fuck, Ruby Jam? What the fuck is your samurai saber? I went against her twice. I think Shu did as well.
Yeah, I went
all right? Yeah. I used my shock scale against her multiple times, all right, with a bloody ass samurai saber with the little ticky little blades, and she pocketed me like 3 times in a row. What is up with that?
I think
it comes... Go on.
I was going to say, I just think she's a different breed of blader. Like, I don't know what it is, but Ruby is like consistently there. And even when she's not, she's still consistently performing. And it's like, how are you doing this?
No, you can end that sentence there. Ruby is consistent.
Yes.
I know that Ruby locks in a particular way that a lot of players don't. And they are consistent, sometimes to a fault, but that consistency always breeds reliable results. And look, Beyblade, this is why practice is important, especially important for Beyblade, because Beyblade is massively random. And it's all about controlling how little randomness that you're injecting into that battle. And the launch is one of probably the most important place where it starts. If you could put your Beyblade in consistently the same place every single time, more times than not, the outcome will reflect those of the other launches that you've done. This kind of leads on to, I guess, my practice routine, and it ties in beautifully as well, because I never, even though I've been doing this for, I know I said a year and a half in the other episode, but since April last 2 years ago, so it's near on the 2 year mark. I was really informed. I only really started practicing, like actually practicing, before I qualified for nationals. In fact, it was for the event. It was the UK Games Expo last year in Birmingham. Is when I, me and my partner went. It was actually with Jazz as well. I went with Jazz and Crystal Magic and their family, and we all went together. And I needed to practice for that event. I really wanted to come first. And I was so pleased that when I did. And maybe it is because I came first in that, but I tied me coming first directly to practicing.
Yes.
Because before there was a launch I needed to learn how to do. I could tungsten already, but I never put too much thought into it. But it was the reverse tungsten I needed to do, tungstening from the X side essentially, a slow reverse X dash. And I did multiple practicing routines in order to get the launch consistent every single time. And I have undiagnosed ADHD. It's pretty clear within me and my friends, I get really impatient really quickly and I want results fast.
Yeah.
And something that is cognitive, something that is muscle memory, those two things don't marry up. You're not going to get those results straight away. So I found a hack, and the hack worked so damn well for me. Was one, swallowing the pill. I ain't going to learn it in the course of a session. But what I did was I left my Takara Tomy stadium in the kitchen, and I make about 40 coffees a day. So whenever I went to go and have a coffee, there's the TT Stadium, and practice it. And over the course of the 3 days, it just went from 0 to 100, and I was landing them every single time I went for a coffee. I was able to land that X-side tungsten and B-side tungsten just because of repetition. Consistency and repetition to get it into muscle memory. And the sooner it's in there, the less it's in here, and the better the outcome will be.
Shu.
True.
Yes.
Shu.
Yes.
Oh no. That's really fucking lame.
That's really what?
That's
really lame. Can you imagine you're your partner, right? And she's coming downstairs. She's off to work. She's going to work, and she just sees you with a bunch of coffees in a Beyblade stadium.
I haven't even drank the coffees.
Why are there 20 cold coffees on the counter? No, this toast is so good. Look at this.
I need to get the launch angle right, babe.
How many coffees have you actually drank? None.
Respect to you. I'm only Josh, and and
you gave me that exact advice as well, because I remember you saying, because I said I need practice and stuff, but I'm the type of person that doesn't like practicing alone. Like, I don't practice at all, by the way. I practice on Mondays and that's it. The occasional
you can tell on the Mondays.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I did do what was it 6-0 in Swiss?
Yeah. You did really well.
I did.
Recently.
That was luck though. I was angry in that session. I was just ripping it. I was like, because I broke my launcher and ripcord again. I was like, I'm so annoyed, and I was just.
Whenever I'm judging you, mate, I'm always hearing a crunch in your launcher.
It's because I got a gammy shoulder, right? So I can't hold launchers like normal people. I can't rip it because my shoulder's out of place. Like if I hold my hands up, you can see this hand it's not flat. If I wanted to turn it, I've got to turn my...
This is like meme format,
my whole shoulder,
here.
yeah.
It really is begging for it, isn't it?
So I can't launch like a normal person. It's uncomfortable and it aches my whole arm, and then I can't blade. So I have to launch, obviously, sideways. But even when I do that, it crunches more sometimes if I don't get the angle right, because I'm ripping it still at an angle. Hence the reason why I've now moved to string, which is a whole new game to learn, because now I'm...
How are you finding string?
I find it really good. I practiced it on Saturday at the tournament, in between sessions, and I actually did really good. I think me and Shu had a bit of a practice. Was it on Saturday? We had a bit of a bout. No, it might have been on one of the Mondays. I was using string, and it was actually pretty good to use it. But now I'm quite familiar with it. Instead, because I thought it was like ripping a ripcord. So you just pull it. That was it. That's what. Because I was like, oh, that's lame. It's not working. But what I found is it's not. It's a flick. And that's what I've been practicing.
Speed over power.
I don't have a launcher at the moment. I don't have a string launcher. I gave it to Jazz because I was like, I don't need this. 2 days later, I broke every single ripcord.
I need it.
I was like, Jazz, please. So I don't have it. So what I do is now I just sit here and I just do this, like I'm flicking something, just to get in my head the motion. And ever since then,
going back to your partner again.
Yeah,
Can you just imagine she walks in, she just
it's
sees
true
your
though,
back.
with
I'm making
just
cups
sees
of
your back
tea
and
and I'm
go-
flicking tea bags into the mugs.
Yeah.
But no, ever since then, like I've actually gotten pretty good at it. The only thing I need to work on is placement. I'm getting there with like tucking away and tungsten. Like I just need to learn that, and then once I got that, I feel like I'm there. I don't know what power I'm pulling because I think I did a tester with Shoes Battle Pass on one of the Mondays, and I think it was 12 or 13,000 on ripcord, and then on my string when I was just brand new to it, I think it was like 9,000. So it'd be interesting to see now what it is, like what the difference is.
We'll test it on the next weekly, and that's
When
just it with the string launchers. It's all about the torque is generated on the initial pull.
That's
Unlike
what I mean. Yeah,
a ripcord, a winder launcher, it continues to get more powerful as you pull it.
yeah.
Whereas that's why the flick is really important with the string launcher, because it just happens then and there.
Yeah, I was watching Percy as well because Percy's a string user, and he's phenomenal with it. So I was actually watching what he was doing and the way he was launching, and I was trying to replicate that. I was also watching people on TikTok and stuff, and I think that like helped me understand that it's not, because with ripcord it's like you yank, and I think I can yank quite hard. That sounds weird as frick to say out loud. That was weird, but like with the launcher, it's like it's just flicking. So I've got to learn how to flick now, which is, I don't know. The wife just said it sounds dodgy as heck. I know, I have to rip quite hard.
I'm not sure if you heard recently as well in regards to string launchers. Now, it's not been verified, but I saw a very good video by, was it Hobby Talk? What's his name?
Hobby
The
Talks
YouTuber?
Haru.
Hobby Talk Haru. He made a very good video about how the recent string launchers, right string launchers, are more powerful, supposedly. It'd be a good idea to maybe test that in a future video. But the purple one that came out in the Ichiban Kuji set and the red and white one, which was a separate release just by itself, the red string launcher, are supposedly more powerful. So it'd be interesting to see. I've got one myself and I tested it. I did feel, I don't know if that's the thing. I don't know if it's all in your head.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I need to actually buy a string launcher because I don't have a launcher. I can't launch anything at the moment. So I do actually need to get one because I'm gonna rock up to nationals next month and be like, I'm just gonna throw my Beyblade in the arena.
You've got a Beyblade podcast and you don't even have a launcher.
I have ripcords and stuff, but
He's got proto launchers from the Hasbro.
yeah,
Yeah, Proto launcher.
it's gonna last me like 2 seconds. All of those. Can you? I've
Proto
damaged
launcher
all the big
tournament
ones.
when?
Can you imagine the proto one? It's gonna fall apart. I'm gonna
I'll
launch
tell you
it.
what, shall we change gear and then actually let's have a look at this training video that you've
Oh
linked
yes,
to us.
yeah. So
Oh, I've seen him. I can tell by the blur who it is.
So this
I've
so
seen
this
that
is
guy.
Beyblade Maple. So Beyblade Maple, if you're watching this,
Yeah.
cool stuff.
I think my biggest Beyblade X hot take is that someone that practices with someone else will be 100 times better than someone.
Does he have like the Toy Story wallpaper?
No.
that practices
Sorry,
by
that's-
themselves. Hear me out. When you are practicing with someone else, it is like you are in a tournament scenario where both players are launching from the same time on different sides, and you will get the best practice possible for launch tech, stamina finishes, all of that. When you are by yourself, you are either launching both bays at the same time, and they're both flat. Maybe they're both angled based off the kind of Noozle 3D launcher link you have, or you're launching them one right after another. But either way, you're probably launching them from the same exact side.
So I'm gonna put literally, like he said in that first 40 seconds, he said literally everything that I completely agree with, because when people like, oh, I did my research and I did my practice and it's 100%, I did 100 launches, and it's like you did 100 flat launches with yourself, or you did 100 launches one after the other. Like you put so much power into the first one, you're stumbling to grab the second one with the launcher, make sure it's not falling off to launch that one, you're rushing it.
The first second or two are just they change everything.
So when people say, because I've seen it a lot on Twitter, it's like, how do you know this combo is good? Oh, I tested it against myself against a Wizard Rod 160 Hexa. Okay, but how do you know? Oh, I did it like 20 to 30 times.
Yeah.
But that's not legit though. Like it's not like a proper scenario. And that's what gets me, because people obviously swear by their data on these things, and it's like, well, you're not launching like as an actual battle. Like there's people with different launch styles. Like going back to Ruby launches kind of like backwards sometimes. Like Shu does it as well. Shu launches backwards. Some people can tungsten really well, like every single time. Like everything's always different. But for people that do the testing, when they launch it, they both just hit the stadium, and then
I'm actually going to go against the grain here and disagree with Toy Story over here and yourself with the what is practice? That's the question. I feel like he's having multiple conversations and wrapping them up in one big burrito and throwing them at us and actually not having much substance, because who wants to watch somebody and play with somebody do the same launch over and 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 over again? Because that's what it really means to get a launch down. To get a launch down into the technique consistently requires multiple steps. It's like a guitar. That's the best way I could describe it. It's like learning a piano or learning a guitar, is that it's getting it into the muscle memory. And mate, fucking dry. If I was to be with a friend to do that over and over and over, fucking dry. I'd send him away with the TT Stadium and get him to do that. So what is the real question here, though? Is it the outcome of a particular Beyblade? Because that's not practice, that's data. And if anybody's saying that they're getting that data through practice while they're playing by themselves, it's not actually getting good data. So throw that burrito in the bin. If somebody is saying that... the data burrito.
yeah.
But if somebody's saying that a particular launch works a particularly good way against another person, again, though, where is that data coming from? If they're doing it by themselves, throw that burrito in the bin, because that data only really comes when you're against somebody else fairly. A launch will behave differently when somebody else launches into that stadium at the same time. I'm going to call out Snake right here. Snake knows that I tungsten all of the time. I love a tungsten because it catches out people who don't know how to tungsten or to counter that. And Snake will just put his Beyblade right where I want to land every single time. And he beats me because of it. And, you know, what's the data? What is the data this guy is talking about when he's talking about practice? He's talking about two different conflating things at the same time.
I don't think Maple talks about the data for this. I haven't seen the rest of this video. But there's people on Twitter that do practices with new bays and builds, and they collect the data. And I think it's those those paired with this, don't they? Yeah, that kind of like collide. I think he's just saying what's on his mind about obviously practice, pushing it into a 1 minute TikTok, and then letting it come out.
It does bug me that people go on Twitter. I'm not saying they're all wrong or anything, but it like. You go on to Beyblade X Twitter and they're saying, oh yeah, Rhino Horn 160 XL is the best combo of all time. I tested it against Wizard Rod 60,000 times by myself and I won 15 times, therefore it's the best Beyblade ever and everyone should use this combo. I think that, that's just a load of baloney and you need to have somebody there to actually test these combos with. But going back to what Shu was saying, practice is more honing in your techniques. Bouncing off what he said, I remember, and this is kind of your fault, Ash, I was playing against Sky in one tournament, Skyo, and I noticed that they were playing a little bit differently against me, and they beat me.
I know what you're going to say.
They beat me. And I was like, how the hell did you do that so easily? And they were like, oh yeah, I just watched Ash's new video and saw your launch technique. I actually studied your launch technique. And I was like, that's really fucking lame of you, but that's really cool.
Sky said that to me. She was like, I use your videos as more of like a research purpose to obviously like learn and discover new things. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Like you do that.
Learn and discover new things about potential opponents.
Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, like some people are competitive in that way. Some people like brute force competitive. Some people like meta competitive, like Toast. I love Toast.
Lots of Toast, shout out.
Yeah, like how competitive he is when it comes to his like deck and how he plays with it. Like I love that.
He's the most consistent blader I know.
I adapt how I launch into the dish against, and it is always better to do at the monthlies and the weeklies because I've been there at every single one, so I know how people launch. Yes. And I know how experienced they are. But if I know that they know how to reverse X or counter my tungsten, I ain't fucking tungstening. I'm going to put it in the other side of the arena.
Yeah.
Skyo just seems to have done the extra steps and learned more about people in other formats, which I actually enjoy that a lot. Actually, shout out to you, Sky.
I feel like Ruby and Sky for me are like the not villains, but they're like the like the people that you like you look forward to every week to battle because you're like they're gonna give me the run for my money, and they're always there, and they're always like I feel like they're like not the I don't know what else to say, like they're not villains, but they're like rivals.
The mountain to climb.
Right?
Like
Rivals.
Like I see them like that, like a fun rivalry, and it's like I aim to beat them. Every time I hear my name come up with theirs, I'm always like, this is it. This is the battle. But no, they're like the practicing for me is better off when I'm with somebody. I think me and Shu have done a few sessions where it's like I need to get my deck sorted. Can you come around and polish my deck? He comes around and then
So what? So what?
And we spit shine my
We
deck.
all heard that, right?
So what we do is
The listener right now is wait, what did he say? What did he say?
so we get I get my 3 and then he grabs all of the metas, so every single meta that's come out and every single meta that people are using currently in the monthlies and stuff, and then we cycle through each one and do like a percentage of win rates, and then that's how I learn all of my stuff, and that's how I got to learn parts as well, because I struggle with learning things like that, like different parts. Like I look at a part and I'm like, is that taper? But now it's like I can do that because I've had the knowledge to sit and learn it while we're doing it. So yeah, that for me, like.
Even though you've been back in the hobby for a while now, you were quite late back into it, weren't you, though? You weren't there right at the start. I definitely feel, and I think other people, for example, Neon Comet, because he was there at the beginning as well for me, we were there when we were learning about all the different parts as they were being released. So I feel like that definitely helped. You know, there's so many goddamn parts now, honestly. And with the names of these new bays coming out.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine trying to say these names all in one
I'm already
sentence?
struggling. I'm already struggling.
Yeah.
I'm at this
With
point
CX.
now where I'm like, Emperor Blast on thingy.
Heavy boy on Hexa.
But before we get to that, big shout out to Beyblade Maple. I think Beyblade Maple is actually the most handsome Beyblader right now. That jawline.
The poor screen we've got for him does not do him justice. I'm sorry. Hold on. There we go. Look at him.
Oh my god!
He was doing it for me.
I need to change my pants. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah.
Holy Lord.
I'm taking him off the screen. I can't. I'm taking him off.
He does raise a really good point, though. There's one point where I disagreed with, was practice is for technique, whereas being with somebody else to play is how does that apply in an actual battle setting, and what is a good Beyblade against those matchups? I don't consider that practice necessarily. I probably consider that kind of data collation. The burrito.
The
data burrito.
The data burrito. That's it now.
I'm hungry.
We are starting a website called the Data Burrito, made by Shu, and it's a burrito that you unwrap every single day, and it's got a new burrito data for you to munch on.
Somebody please claim that domain right now. We need that domain right now. It's like this flash video that, like, when you click on it, it's like a burrito that like opens up and unravels, and the Shu's face is grin inside it. Somebody please make that for us right now.
Please. But with that, we have a segment, a first segment to go into, which is Shu's Wise of the Week. It's time for the gong. Get your gong out for the lads.
All right, I do have some wise words for the week, actually. Perhaps they're not wise words, but it is something incredibly interesting. So, it's about your body, and I guess this ties into practice and muscle memory and what we're used to. If you can turn your tongue upside down, you're golden. If not, I'm sorry you're not included in this. But look at that, beautiful. Turn your tongue upside down in your mouth and stroke your tongue with your finger from one side to the other, and notice where you're sensing the feeling.
Shu, are you getting off to this or something?
I'm just polishing my deck, mate.
For everybody listening, the personal songs. My fingers are wet.
Look, watch. Turn your tongue upside down in your mouth and bring it forward so it's outside of your mouth and stroke from left to right and notice where you're feeling the sensation.
Somebody's wanking to this.
I see you, Comet. I see you.
So
you should feel it. You should feel it on the other side of your mouth. So the left side feels like the right side and the right side feels like the left side. And the reason that is because your body has never put your tongue upside down in your mouth before and touched a thing.
The gong to a head. Lovely stuff there. Lovely stuff. Incredible. Thank you for Shu's wise words of the week.
Thank you for making me touch my tongue, Shu.
Yes, thank you for making.
Right. It was all for my benefit, to be honest, boys.
And if any of you have followed
Screen cap.
Good on you for doing that in public or wherever you are. That's a bit weird, but
on the tram.
Oh no, guys! Yeah, do that on the tram. We are on a bus.
On your way
do
to
it
work.
in front. Do it in front of somebody as well.
Yeah.
If you got your headphones on right now, deep eye contact as well. You need to look them dead in the eye as you do it.
If you did feel that though, if you did feel what I felt, mention it in the comments. If not, then your body's the weird one. You're an alien.
But make sure you dry your hand first before you touch your keyboard, because I had a little bit of slobber on my finger. Speaking of slobber, have you heard of the new Beyblade Bahamut Blitz? What a segue.
You sound like a Linus Tech Tips segment. All right.
There was no way to segue into the next section. I had to think of something on the spot. Why have I got a list?
Bahamut
Blitz. You've given me a list. My tongue's doing weird things. Yeah, the new Bahamut Blitz. It's the talk of the town. Everyone talked about it on Saturday. Everyone talking about it online. We now have a piss color version. Everything's going crazy. So, what are your thoughts on Bahamut Blitz?
So I couldn't be more excited right now for Bahamut Blitz. I'm excited, but I'm apprehensive at the same time. My favorite burst bay from Burst, which is it's a homage burst bay, was Raw Bahamut, which is this bay right here. Absolutely beautiful burst bay. Sorry, I'm a bit unfocused there.
That's all right.
It's a great attacker as well. It's got this lovely like spinny bottom bit there. Anyway, this was my favorite burst bay. I'm so glad they're bringing back the Bahamut line, especially in that color scheme as well, with the black pink, keeping to this kind of like theme there. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't put the regular OG color in the arena set, because while it does look all right, I don't think it looks as good. So the variant color looks as good as the OG color. The OG color is just so nice.
When you say the other set, do you mean the blue set?
The blue set, yes. Beautiful blue set.
Beautiful blue. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm following. Sorry, you said a different set, and I was like, hold on a minute, there's like different recolors already. So
I'm apprehensive about it because it's CX. Now, don't get me wrong, I love CX for what it is. I love the customization. I love customizing my bays, right? But I do know that CX has its faults, especially in regards to late game. It's starting to get better in regards to weight, but it's just the height really that's really letting it down. And I think that extra, because let's face it, now that the top has another top on it, it's going to be even taller in some cases. I know Bahamut is marketed as being a very short bay.
Yeah.
But that blade itself is getting taller and taller, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to wait and see. It does look like it's going to hit like a truck. The bit looks like it's going to suck ass, and that's just going straight into my case, right? That's got no endurance. You can see it from the, I think we're going to get to it, the video.
Yes.
As soon as it hits that wizard rod, it just dies off, right? There's no more stamina. It's got one extreme dash in it, and that's about it. So it's going to be a great CX bay. It might even be the best CX bay. But I think that bit has to go.
Yeah.
And I put that sucker on a heavy as always.
Stick it on kick.
Stick it on kick, yeah.
When in doubt, stick it on kick.
Or jolt.
Or jolt.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm a big fan of jolt recently, not gonna lie. Shu, what do you think to Blitz?
I don't know how to follow up from that, because Neo has had some history about the inspiration where Blitz has come from, and it is the talk of the town, and it is a very tall bay. The weight is something that I'm hearing some people talk about, and I think that's the important factor of not just Bahamut Blitz, but also CX in general. The Beyblades that we're seeing in the CX line that are really making it forward are the heavier ones, and Bahamut seems to be no different in terms of the lining for that. So I'm excited for it. To be honest, I'm excited for all Beyblade releases. I just love a Beyblade release, and I just love spending my money.
Yeah.
But I'm here for it. I am here for it. I personally didn't quite like how it looked. I thought it looked a little bit mid, a little bit average.
I would agree that I did being the key word for me at the moment.
Oh, did. Okay.
We'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
But carry on, Shu.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Comes to the end of it. I have no ties to the origins of the Beyblade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for all releases, and it looks like a Beyblade.
I will say it does look like the quintessential ChatGPT Beyblade. I'm not sure if
it does, doesn't it? It does.
Generated. You've seen them. You've seen them on like posters and stuff other people have made.
I see
they generate a Beyblade, and it's just the most like a spiky, colourful. Yeah. You know. Anyway, I love the design. I do love the design.
This is my new logo. It's like, oh no, please.
I drew it myself, I swear.
Yeah. Shout out to all the AI users. I'm joking. So, for me, I'm not going to apologize how I pronounce things wrong. I have a low IQ and I'm dumb. I just realized I said Bahamut. Bahamut. Not even going to get into it. I also thought it looked rubbish, and I voiced my opinion, as always, on Twitter. I like to troll people a lot. I've been doing that a lot. I don't actually believe it looks like trash. I just think it looked a bit shit to start with. But I said like it might look better in person. And then we've got all the new photos and stuff, and it does look much better now. Before it did look like AI SLOP, and that's what I was basing my judgment on at the time. I'm not going to apologize for my opinion on it. Shut up. It still looked like trash at the time, but now it looks really good. I do actually really like the look of it. But for me, I don't have much luck with CX blades, apart from Peggy Blast. It's the only one that I've gotten to work. Any other
Peggy Blast in there, mate.
any other CX blade. I thought the new Phoenix was going to be really good.
Yeah.
So that wasn't. But the bit chip, the lock chip, is hella nice, and I like that. So I'll keep that. But it's just got I don't have much faith in CX at the moment. Not when you've got stuff that is still dominating like Shark and even Rod. Like it's I don't know, just CX just doesn't compare.
I think that's just it. It's the simple stuff that does the best and is the most consistent. I am wowed by Bahamut Blitz.
Yes.
The color scheme is really quite nice, even though, as you said, a little bit AI sloppy. But it doesn't like Dran Sword. Okay, all right, it did its thing while it was alive. I feel like this is going to be the Dran Sword of the CX Infinity line, where it's going to be it'll hit, but it's aight. I just want it.
I think Dran Sword can still be. I think the Dran Sword is not meta, but I still feel like it can be used in some cases. I see people use it every now and again, and I'm surprised with how well it still holds up.
I'm still surprised that we see Drandagger. Is it Drandagger? The orange.
Yeah, we saw one Drandagger at the tournament.
Yeah, I'm
Saturday.
still surprised to see Drandaggers and stuff. And people are still performing pretty good
it's
with it.
It's a really cool looking bay.
Yeah, it is.
I think Drandagger looks really cool.
They are.
I think it speaks to the nature of spinning tops, doesn't it? You know, you could have all of the weight, all of the roundness, all of these things in the world, but at the end of the day, if that dinky little Drandagger that weighs 8 grams less than the waffle and still gets the pocket is spinning tops, and we just gotta accept that.
And while we talk about this is the Blitz video. We were talking about the Dran line. There's a new Dran as well.
Oh, with the metal chip in the middle.
I think out of all those three, I still think that the Dran looks better, in my personal opinion, because I think I'm more of a simplistic guy. I like the look of it. I think it's just fantastic.
I'll be honest. I think that the Bahamut looks the best for me there. I think Griffon looks the worst. However, I am really excited for the gimmick of Griffon. I've seen the underside of these new UX bays, the underside, because they're combined ratchets now, aren't they?
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily with Griffon, but the other two Hasbro releases, the underside of them look god awful. Awful. They look like fake bays that you get from like
they do. They look pretty diabolical.
From like a pound shop.
Yeah.
These are the Hasbro ones. I think I'm a big fan of big spiky bays, right? I just love them so much. Therefore, I think Griffon looks the worst there. Followed by Dran. I love the black and pink so much. It looks so nice. I'm worried that. Go on.
I was gonna say the colorway for Blitz, I can't pronounce it. Okay, for Blitz does look nice. I do think the contrast of the black, pink, and then the purple bit, I do think that looks nice. So the color scheme is nice. I just think for me the shape, I do love a bit of Dran. So.
You see, I'm on the other end, the right side of the stick for you.
He likes Griffon. Get your pitchforks out.
Griffon is my favourite one.
Griffon's a Christmas Bay. It's red and green.
And this makes sense, right? I like Brout from the new Pokemon starters, and I'm pretty sure that I'm the only person at my workplace that likes Brout. Everybody's after Pombon, everybody's after Gekwa. I'm the only one that likes the Angry Bird. Nation, I know you're listening. Yara 2084, me and you, mate. Dran Sword. Dran Clobber, whatever that ugly thing is. It looks like Dran Dagger.
It does, doesn't it? I'm worried it's going to form the same. I know it's got a big spike, doesn't it?
I don't know. It just looks like an AliExpress version of like Dran Sword.
Hey, you take that name out of your mouth. Nice. I don't know. I do get what you mean. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a nice little homage to like the first Dran. I kind of dig it. But yeah,
it looks like a bunch of thumbs. That's what it looks like.
Thumbs
like
up.
3 thumbs.
Speaking of thumbs up,
we look like 3 thumbs.
There's no point actually watching the video because we might as well just get into the Griffon because we're on track for the Griffon here right now. If you do want to watch the video, it will be linked in the description. Shout out to Mauler Toys, give us that 10% off and we can make you rich boys. The Griffon, people are...
God, we're such sluts for sponsorships, aren't we?
We're so slutty for it.
Please give us sponsorships.
Please polish my deck.
So somebody send this in as a sponsor request of us just doing that. That would be great. And if they give us a sponsor because of that, that's fantastic. So people are speculating a lot on the rules of the new separating bay. So I wasn't around for the tournaments for the Burst era, and I know that the Burst era they had a pop off one. I think Neo's going to get it right now. The rules are going to be basically the bottom half that comes off is going to basically have no points tied to it. Whatever happens to it, happens to it. I think it was, or whichever side it was. And then the main part is going to be the part that you get the points for. Me personally, I think it should have been double the points. If you get both of them out into the extreme pocket, that's 6 points. Suck it up, kid. You go home. Obviously, I'm not serious with that. I'm just trolling. But people are speculating what kind of rule sets is going to come with it because obviously X does things sort of similar but different. I think to the Burst rules, but that's not for me to say because obviously I'm sort of I still class myself as new to X, whereas you two you've got more insight to it. So this is your floor, boys. I'm going to push the floor to you.
I don't have the bay in question that separates into 2 pieces because there is a bay that does that from Burst. However, I do have something very similar, which is Phoenix here.
Yes,
another really good bay. This bay.
Yes.
Now it's similar in the sense that it has armor on it. So and I really hope they bring this gimmick to X because it's such a cool gimmick and honestly, it'll be so fun to use, especially with a metal top. So when it gets hit hard enough, it's quite tight. This part comes off of it. And then as you can see, it's now 2 pieces. So basically it gets hit hard enough that it comes off and hits your opponent. And honestly, I've seen some of my favorite Beyblade matches of all time has been from this bay because you'd see this thing like hit off, then it hit the side of the arena and then it slammed back into your opponent and it's literally a projectile. That being said, if this goes into a pocket, that means nothing. This is still the core bay. And I think by core bay, I mean the chip, right? It's whatever the bay has the chip on is still the bay, right? You can cut my legs off, right? But my legs aren't me, right? my head is attached to my body, as far as I know. Right? So I think those rules apply to Beyblade X as well. Whatever part of the bay still has its head on, its lock chip has the points with it.
I'm going to have to pause you there because there's a spanner in the works here. So there's an image of the thing. They both have bit designs on them.
No way.
I'm telling you.
Wait, show me the picture.
So go to clips and then click the third picture where you can see them separated. It's the UX19. It'll be on the screen for you guys. Don't worry, anyone that's listening.
Balls!
Yes. So there's so what you said makes perfect sense, but on this one they both have it. So like
TT. Okay. I think. Okay. So that's kind of rewritten what I've said. In that regard, I think it should be a case of whatever part goes in, goes in. I think that would be more risk of reward. However, I think the real ruling will be the red part. I think the top part will have the points with it.
Yeah.
That being said, they should not have put that lock chip on that lower half, in my opinion.
No, like
that base soul is there with it.
What you said about the ruling made perfect sense. Like whichever had the head on it still was the one that gets the points. But they've gone and put on both parts. And I don't know why, but I think we can all come to a conclusion that the red part is the main part because it's the one that's featured on the top of the box. It's the one that's obviously there when it's closed together. It's the one that's like featured.
What do you think, Shu? You look like you're speculating in your head right now.
I am. It's going to be awfully challenging, isn't it? I feel sad for Takara Tomy because they've gone and shot themselves in the foot right here. It's like they had a wonderful ruling for burst being the head, right? I loved that logic. That logic made sense, and then you just gone and pissed all over my chips, Ash, by revealing the truth to me. So it's going to be indeed quite interesting, and I don't know. I don't know because where is the benefit?
I'll be honest. This bay here is fantastic. I feel like a lot of people have been saying because I've been seeing more apprehension regarding its performance than positivity, and I know it's not the same bay. But having and they are saying the red part, which carries the point supposedly, has a lot of stamina, they're saying, right? So, and this is the same thing with this as well. The main part has the most stamina. I think it's going to perform a lot better than we expected, and I think having another bay in the arena will be more of a pro than a hindrance. Obviously, there's going to be chances, and it happens with this bay as well, where the two parts hit each other, but that's where a lot of the fun come in. I'm kind of worried, ruling-wise, because the games are fast as fuck already, as is. Yeah. So it's going to be a lot harder to track.
I do want to have this conversation, save that particular part of the conversation for another episode about rulings. And, last week I discovered something new and I had to call a summit meeting between all of the judges and the judges' to make a ruling on a decision. But just because of how fast it is and how airy-fairy TT are, if TT are airy-fairy about 2 Beyblades in the stadium, fucking hell, 3 Beyblades. And I don't know. I at this point, I do not know which is going to carry the bulk of importance because what? Says who? Some sweaty person in Discord being like, oh, well, actually, this one has a head and that one has a feet. Shut the fuck up. There's a picture of the fucking bit chip on both of the Beyblades. They have equal weight.
So what's going to happen in regards to bursting? Because the bottom half will carry the bits, won't it?
Oh, exist? I don't know if it exists.
So if the top's coming off and that's holding the points, what if the bottom half bursts? Because obviously you can interchange that, right?
Yeah,
so because it's a hexa, so you can put whatever you want there, right?
The bottom half can the bottom half can burst, but can the top half burst? Actually,
I think it's an integrated bit.
I
think it's a spring on the inside that like bounces off the bottom half.
Oh,
and then it's got probably like a rounded tip or something at the bottom.
Yeah.
I think that this is going to be chronological priority still. So whatever happens first, reversals will still count.
Yeah.
It's just whatever happens first.
The only thing that I will request is that we have to launch 3 of them into a 3-person stadium and see what happens.
That'd be
because
so
there's going to be 6 of these things darting around, and that will be entertainment.
How will you be able to tell whose tops is who?
We'll have to get some special stickers.
JM Doodles.
Yeah.
JM Doodles.
JM Doodles stickers.
We could get our faces or something that represents us on the face bolts of both of them, because there's 2 TT. And then that's double the profit for you, JM Doodles. You get to make double the stickers.
It really is. It really is.
And then we could symbolize it that way. So
shout out to the quality of JM
really
Doodles
happy.
right here.
I am really happy though they're bringing gimmicks back to Beyblade. We've had gimmicks already. Technically, you can say that Scorpio has a gimmick with the turn. It's not a gimmick, all right. It's a little bit that spins around. We've had a few. What would you say up until now has been the biggest gimmick in Beyblade X?
Turbo, something like that. I don't
Turbo,
know.
yeah.
Turbo.
I'm glad we've actually got bays that have
mid-game.
proper gimmicks in now.
I'm glad you said something kind of serious there, because I was going to say something completely non-serious. When I do Beyblade with my son, when I've got the stadium, I actually put operate on just a random blade and launch it, and it's actually really fun to use, which leads us perfectly into the combos of the week, boys.
Oh my word! Combos of the week.
Combos of the week. Grab your blades, lick them tight. Combos of the... That's not the jingle. I don't even know what the jingle is, but that could be it. What's your combo of the week, Neo?
Oh, my combo of the week.
Yes.
So, on Saturday, I was running my deck of Meteor Dragoon, Shark Scale, and Wizard Rod. And I have to say, when I was going... So, I had bursted twice that day with Meteor Dragoon. It was doing great for me. However, I knew that my next blader was a very powerful one. Eldritch, a very strong blader.
Shout out Eldritch.
They do not hold back on their punches. They go full caveman. They go full ooga booga with their ripcord launches. So I knew that I was most likely going to burst if I didn't try to go a little bit more defensively. And they are a fantastic blader. Big shout out to Eldritch. Keep at it, man. But my Beyblade of the week is Heavy Boy. We've got Valkyrie Blast. With that, look, we got the beautiful red blast with the special stickers on right there. With Valkyrie chip. And then Heavy. Look, this is a really nice color combo.
I was going to say, you got a combo going there.
360 kick. There we go. Yeah, that's my Neo's combo of the week there.
It's a really popular combo. A few of my friends use.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it is heavy. A few of my friends use pretty much that exact build minus the ratchet. The ratchet's fairly interchangeable, but that thing is a fucking beefcake. It does not move, and when it wants to barge into someone, it's like a double-decker truck going into a child. I'm sorry, I shouldn't bring that imagery here. It's like a double-decker truck going into a mini. You know what I mean?
Can we play that ad? That was it a drink driving ad where that car like rolls over the hedge and goes over to
God.
It lands on that group of school kids. Have you seen that one? Play it.
My favorite combo is my Broken Arrow Pegasus. No, I'm joking.
Everyone's just like cried inside.
It's alright. I got another one. But don't worry about that. If that one breaks, I've got this one as well.
I scalped him.
I will never be without an Aero Pegasus. It's my weakest Beyblade in my deck, but no, they're the enemy. Goblins! Goblin Gold!
Goblin Gold!
The word is on the street that they're breaking up.
Do you want to give a bit of reference there to anybody who doesn't know what we're on?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we held our second team weekly tournament. We've held one before, but the first one that we held was y'all turn up and we organized the top 8 players in our rankings to be the team leaders. And everybody else was given a number, and the team leaders drew numbers from this hat, and then that's who you had. That was our first team tournament, and it was hype. It was absolutely brilliant. One stadium in the middle of the room, everybody watching fight. Went down a hit.
If you become a channel member, you can watch the video as well.
Oh, it's on there. Channel member. Pound
Yeah,
50,
it's on there,
Pound
yeah.
49 a month to be a Blader supporter. So the second one happened last week, and it was a particularly hype one because we were allowed to go in with pre-made teams. So people who liked each other a lot, people like us three, we've been talking about a team for the longest of times. The Goblins! Yes, so we went in as the Goblins.
Yeah.
We not but we role-played as Goblins as we were playing.
Role-played? I am a Goblin.
Yeah, very true. I would love for you to run a clip if you could. And our seeming rivals were the Peggy Boys. 3 lads that they're regulars there: Snake, Jazz, and Yar 2084.
They love pegging.
They just love pegging, and they love pegging boys. And
Yeah.
I think they like pegging a bit too much because they
Can we
only
get
won
the
one
team
game,
logo up?
but-
Can we find an image of
It'll be blurred out, but I do believe it's of Jazz Bend. No, so yeah, there was.
There's a load of charge and there's a load of atmosphere and energy, not just because there's teams and there's camaraderie and rivalries forming quite naturally throughout the event and indeed up until the event. The amount of shit talk in the Discord for weeks up until that event was monumental.
Yeah,
It was all in good faith though. It was shit talking all in good faith.
yeah,
It
maybe
good
partly.
faith, yeah.
it was an interesting time. It was good.
Right.
very
Ash,
good.
what's your Beyblade of the week?
I didn't even do my Beyblade of the week.
she was
Mine's
Wait, didn't you? I
Mine's
thought
like
you
the
did.
dangling carcass. You asked
So
me to do the...
she was showing off his broken blade and then his fortunes.
My Beyblade of the week was the winner of this month's monthly, the start of this month. Refs, shout out to you.
Oh,
the famous Nottingham firefighter, best for saving cats, is actually bringing back Dragoon 560 Elevate.
Yes.
And
I've never seen that
specifically-
combo before. That's crazy.
I know, it's unbelievable. And specifically this Elevate, it's the blue one. Neo showed it off in episode 0. The resistance on it is much better, especially if you got a good 560 like mine. And what's most magical about this for me is that quick story time. There it is. If you can get this Elevate bit, get this Elevate bit. It is absolutely wonderful. But quick story time from me is that this used to be my baby, along with this Aero Pegasus. They were my babies, and I was somewhat neurally diversely attached to this. And when Shark came out, when Hover Wyvern came out, and Attack Beyblades really started becoming quite prominent in the meta, well, we know what Elevate's like. You say its name, you think its name, and it pops.
Yep.
And it was a really hard day for me to lose, to put this away, to actually finally retire it. And you know what? When I did retire it, I started getting better. I started seeing better results, just because of this risky Elevate bit. But look, I'm pulling on it right now. It's not popping out. I'm actually pushing on it right now. It's a really formidable thing. And during this monthly tournament, watching this Dragoon Elevate win almost every single matchup, whether it be a Shark, whether it be a Wyvern, whether it be my Pegasus, whatever it is, Wizard Rod Hexer. Wizard Rod Hexer is a really strong counter to Dragoon. Yeah, because the Hex bit keeps it up, and Wizard Rod is rounder, Wizard Rod is heavier, so it spins a little bit longer. In fact, when to tie this full circle, when I won not nationals, the national qualifier in Birmingham, me and Jazz got together to do some testing, and we discovered Wizard Rod Hexer was an incredible counter to Dragoon Elevate, and this is how I won. I used this, and I used Pegasus to win that event. Whereas now, I don't know what this is doing. I don't know what this Elevate, what crack this thing is on, but it's beating the Hexers out there in Wizard Rod. So I have a theory. I have a feeling that maybe they've not only changed the resistance of the bit itself, but maybe something down here at the bottom as well. This thing has done an incredible job.
I could be talking out my ass here, but I do believe the middle ring part there is slightly wider. I'm pretty sure I put it side to side with another Elevate bit, and it was slightly wider. I think I saw on X.com that someone else had noted the same thing as well. So that could help with endurance, stamina, etc. Talking out my ass.
And I would like to call out and thank Reths for paving the way. What would you call it? It's not paving the way, repaving the way to showing the entirety of Nottingham that this thing right now is back. It's back.
Still viable.
It's viable. It's back because everybody's now just running attack bits on stamina bits. That's what people are doing. So Shark will just gobble that up. If he can just hit the rail and survive, which what this thing can do, is going to win. Thank you, Reths.
Shout out to Reths and his awesome play. I watched him dominate on Saturday.
Everybody bang your pots outside.
Everybody bang your pots. Everybody get your bits out.
Don't get your bits out.
So my combo of the week, I was going to go with Gollum because I started using Gollum recently. It's one that I wanted to get. I thought I'd go back to something OG for me. That worked, that blew people's minds. No. It's actually Vice Tiger 960 Kick. I didn't have this white combo set up for it.
That looks clean.
I know it looks clean, yeah. But I used Vice Tiger at one of the Mondays for a laugh once, and I actually did really good with it. I think I recorded a video on it. Shout out to the video. Thank you for the video.
Is it the one that's like with science? I have deduced that Vice Tiger is the best fucking Beyblade of all time.
But
that's my own little rant going off. I'll do that some other time. This
did really good, and it got to the point where people were like noticing it on TikTok and stuff, and people were like, "Oh my god, what the heck is that?" And I'd like to say I kicked off a wave of Vice Tigers because of that video. But shout out to Vice Tiger because I think that's the one blade I didn't expect to do good because it's light as anything. But like the first 4 seconds that it gets into the stadium, it was a nightmare.
I mean, here's a really good segue into you're talking about a trigger bit. That's what Vice Tiger is initially homaging right there.
Yes.
Trigger.
Ooh, he's got the original.
And you know what?
I got my.
Go on. Oh,
nice.
Is that Trigger V2?
Nice.
Yeah, that's a V2, baby.
That's
a V2, baby.
So in my collection days, I had the whole set of Drigger. I had a box Drigger S in a frame. I had a red version of Drigger G. No, Drigger G, of Drigger V2. I had the original color. I pretty much collected like as many as I could. And it was perfect. And I had a boxed Drigger G. And for the nostalgic purposes, I opened it, I stickered it up, and it was the best feeling ever because it brought me back to the childhood. You know when you were so keen to play with it, and then you realize you got to take off the sprue, you got to like shave it down a little bit, get it on, get the stickers up. Oh, it was a good feeling that.
I would love to have a segment where we talk about our plastic gen kind of days, but just to stay on the Drigger point, for the real ones that know, and I'd like to ask if you boys know this. Who is this one?
Wait,
is that Gallion? No, not Gallion.
No, it's an unreleased Beyblade. They never released it because it's for girls.
What's her face has it?
Is it Mariah from?
It's Mariah. It's the sweet Princess Mariah with gallops.
Everybody knows that person.
I mean, is
that is Benchblade. Absolutely, this is Benchblade.
But it's I can't remember a blade, but I know it's Mariah.
The bit piece is called Galax. The bit piece's special move is called Scratch, which is quite unassuming actually. You got like Drigger Slash. I mean, it certainly affected Ray, didn't it? So
it's right.
I'm a proper bench-based simp at the moment. I'm working on my my Benchblade HMS collection right now.
Some good stuff,
he does.
They really make some good stuff.
I mean, look at that.
Show us the Black Dranza.
Yes, sir. So shout out to my partner. She knows how to buy me gifts. This was for my birthday. That's just come up. So yeah, feast your eyes, people.
Oh,
hell yeah.
My eyes have been blessed.
If I could have a third kid right now, we'd be going at it. That's good.
Very nice. Now let's see Paul Allen's Beyblade.
Did it come in the custom box as well? by any chance?
It did, yeah. I've got
Yeah.
them displayed.
Yes.
You say a custom box, they're recreations of the OG
Yes.
boxes, so they
Yes.
just fit my collection right up there.
I love that.
It's a
love
beautiful
that.
thing. The build quality is really good. And I want to save this as a cliffhanger, I guess, for a future episode, but appliance stickers.
Oh no.
Look, I got one eye in it. This eye don't work, so
yeah.
like my depth perception's already pretty
Oh,
whack.
man.
Yeah, so if you can spot where I fucked up, don't worry about it. If you
We can't see it on camera right now.
No,
but
can't
good,
see right
good.
now.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
6 feet rule. Right, what's
But-
next on the agenda?
yeah.
That is all for this week. Combos of the week is the rounding up session.
Quick PSA as well before we end it.
Yes.
Due to ongoing stuff happening in the world right now, if you're purchasing from Japan, you might be having some issues currently. I've been hearing reports that Bai as well as Nyokyo have been cancelling orders if you're shipping to the UK. So keep that in mind for your tournament prizes and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. Give yourself plenty of time. I don't know how that's going to affect Amazon JP, but there we go. A little PSA from NeoWire for you.
Some alternatives to those services: Dorzo and Black Ship. Black Ship is you're gonna have to sign up and they have to verify your account and whatnot, but they're an alternative service. I don't know if they're being affected. I'm just going to throw crap at the wall to hopefully make sure that you get
Give
your
people an
base.
option just in case. At least they can search for it and hopefully get their prizes. And well, that has been episode 1. We haven't got cancelled. We made it.
We made
I
it,
think we
guys.
might after this episode, though.
Yeah, let's see if we get cancelled in episode 2. Make sure you stick around because we'll be back again at some
Well, if
point.
you feel like we've earned your subscription and want us around, please just give that cheeky little subscribe button a little tickle. But you know what? Watch another episode. Watch episode 0 if you feel like you need a little bit more data so that
Yes.
we have
Share it
earned
with your Beyblade
time.
community. Oh, I got the doggy. I got a little doggy. Hello, he jumped up here.
Quick little
Hello.
doggy. My doggy's been
Hello,
kicked into the
subscribe
kitchen.
for the doggy.
Subscribe for the dog. Thank you very much for joining me, and we'll catch you guys in episode 2 very soon.
Bye-bye,
Love you guys.
everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.